Hi, my name is Shadow and welcome to the SGA Sports channel. As a Utah Hockey Club get the 4-3 win over the San Jose Sharks, and now I would like to welcome my special guest Coleman Sports to the postgame show.
Hey, what is going on, y'all? Great game
How's it going,
today.
Coleman?
Great game today.
What were your thoughts on the game?
It was a physical game. It was a defensive game. Like the first period is only 1-1. Second period, I don't think anybody scored. Actually, there might have been one goal. I don't remember. And then third period, just a lot more scoring and a lot of fights and yeah, just a physical, high pace, crazy game. Yeah, that's all I got.
So what were your five keys of it? What were your top five takeaways for the Utah Hockey Club against the Sharks?
I think the Sharks just came out and they're good physically, so we had to match that energy, and we had to get the puck to our playmakers and let them make plays, and we made a few more plays than the Sharks in the end and won the game. Barely. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous when y'all were up like 3-2 or whatever it was, and we just pulled it off somehow. That was crazy.
I mean, for me, when I watched this game on TV, this was like a back and forth game. Like, it was very competitive. You guys probably scored a couple of goals. We scored a couple of goals. And it was a fun game overall. Like, overall, it was a really interesting game.
Yeah, it was an interesting game.
So, who is your X factor for the Utah Hockey Club?
I think I gotta go with Dylan Gunther. He got the first goal in the first period and kind of, gave us that energy to start the game. And I think if we don't score in that first period, and Sharks are the first team to score, and then all that momentum's with the Sharks, and that second period. Did anybody score in that second period? I don't think anybody did, but I gotta go Dylan Gunther. Yeah.
So who do you think had the momentum more in this game? Do you think like the Sharks had more momentum or the Utah Hockey Club had more momentum?
A little bit of both. I think once we scored that first goal, we're like, okay, we scored first. Now we gotta score another one, and then you guys took right as soon as you guys scored, it took back the momentum as 1-1 after the first period, and then going in the second period, I don't remember if anybody scored, but third period, you guys kind of got that energy back. Got a couple goals, and then we took it right back. Once it hit like 8 minutes left in the third period is like when we took that energy back, and we just like we won at the end of the game. You gotta play all three periods.
I mean, you're a great team, but you did make us make our life kind of difficult because once we scored that goal, we thought when it was 3-2 and we had the lead, I thought that the game was over. But then you guys came back and scored a goal of your own, and you tied it at 3. And then I believe in the last period, I believe you scored again, and it was 4-3. So you guys
we scored on a 4-on-3 power play after like a fight or something. That was crazy.
Like, what are for me as a Sharks fan, I think that we have to play better next game because we do play you guys. I believe on January 10th we play you guys again. I believe that game is in Utah. So the only way that we're gonna win, the only way we're gonna split up the series and make it 1-1, so both of us have one game.
Yeah.
Is that we have to play better because we did play good today, but it looks like you guys kind of played a little better than us. You kind of made it a little difficult on us to like get a win because we were really. I mean, I was really looking forward to getting a win, but then when you guys did that, when you in the last period when you scored, I believe 2 goals. I think those 2 goals killed us in the last period. I think those goals. I think those goals really dug us into a deep hole.
Yeah,
I mean
those goals. Can I talk? Sorry. Those
Oh,
goals were
you
like,
can talk.
and those both of those goals were like under 8 minutes. So really, you guys, like first period, I don't think anybody won that period because we both scored. Second period, I think you guys honestly won that. Third period, the start of the third period, you guys definitely won that. You guys, if the Sharks just got to close that game out better, because we scored 2 goals like right at the end, pretty much. So yeah, if you guys just you
Anytime,
got to close games out.
yeah, anytime a team scores 2 goals, like one, two unanswered goals on you, um, it
Yeah,
definitely is. It definitely kind of makes you worried a little bit because like, it's kind of
for
like
sure.
you get caught off surprise when somebody scores like 2 goals right after each, one after the other.
Yeah,
It's definitely like, it's not good great to have that happen, but the Sharks are like a good team. Like we do have like a lot of stars. I mean, we have like Will Smith, we have Macklin Celebrini, we have all these really great like young stars on our team, and then we're like a really like
yeah,
young team, and we need to develop more and kind of maybe add some more players to build up our roster. But I think we're a good team overall. I mean, like we're a good team, but it's just like we just have to play better. Like we just have to play better form of hockey. I mean, we 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 can't go easy. Like even if it doesn't matter what team we play, right? It doesn't matter what team we're facing. Any
mhm,
team we face, we have to come out and play our strong form of hockey. Because that, I mean,
yeah,
if we don't come out and play strong, we're never gonna win. Like that's really like
hmm,
how it goes. I mean, it like we did come out strong. I mean, we did score, and then you scored right after, and then you scored a couple more goals. So I gotta give your team like the credit that you guys did play a little, make it a little competitive on us, especially on home ice.
yeah.
Uh,
Um,
so
that
so
second
what
period,
are
nobody scored. So
so what are your tips? Like if you're if that the what are your tips if the Utah Hockey Club want to win against the Sharks? Especially
yeah.
that would not make me feel great, but like do you think that they have a chance of sweeping us?
Um, I would say we have a chance because the next game is in Utah. If we score first, then that'll get my confidence up more. But I think both teams just gotta come out and play their best in all 3 quarters, and it'll be a good game. Because that second period, nobody scored in that second period. So if both if somebody comes out in the second quarter and can that second period, not quarter period, is like very important. Like honestly, second period is sometimes more important than like the third period because it is the middle period. So if you're already up and you score like another goal, that could put you up even more, give you momentum after that. And yeah, both teams didn't score in that period. So if the Sharks can play better in that period, they could win. We got like both both teams got to be better in that middle period. So yeah,
I mean, like a lot of fans have to give the Utah Hockey Club a lot of credit because you are like an expansion team, like you are a brand new team.
yeah,
So many people need to give you a lot of credit that you can come out and play great, like you can play a great game of hockey because you are a new team. That some people didn't really know about, and when it broke on, like
yeah.
it broke everywhere, people didn't know that you had an expansion team and you
Hmm.
guys are just doing so good. I mean, what were your thoughts like when you heard that you had an expansion team like the Utah Hockey Club? Were you a little bit like, this is really great? Like you got like this is something like nobody's even heard about. But were you surprised that you had a expansion team, or were you like, you know,
Um, I don't know if it was expansion team. Didn't we get Arizona's team? I think. I guess that's. I don't know if that's considered expansion, but it could be. But yeah, Arizona, they were struggling. They didn't even have like they were playing in a college stadium, so we just basically took their team. I feel bad for the fans because they're like loyal, but they just never their owners weren't that good. And then when I heard the news, I was very happy. I was like, oh sweet, we got another professional sports team. I haven't really watched NHL hockey before that, so I'm actually just barely getting into it. These are like this year's my first time like streaming them and watching them. So, uh, yeah, I was excited when I saw that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get into hockey a little bit. Still learning the names of the players, but we'll get there. So yeah.
Like how loyal are is your fan base? Like how regularly do they show up to all the games?
Um, I haven't been to a game, but from what I've seen, when they announced the team, like they packed that stadium just when they announced it, and then when I watched the first game of the season, like they were so hyped, like the stadium was full, like more full than any Jazz game I've seen. Like I looked in those stands, I'm like, yep, the hockey team, they're going to be better than the Jazz because I mean they were already pretty dang good when they came to Utah, but they're still young, they're still trying to build this team a little bit more, just like the Sharks. So yeah, I think we got a loyal fan base and a big fan base.
So what are your thoughts on your jerseys? Like, what are your thoughts on the Utah
Yeah,
Hockey Club jerseys? Do you like them? What are your thoughts on them? How would you rate them on a scale of 1 to 10? And if you would get a jersey of any player on the Utah Hockey Club, which player would you get? I mean, you would definitely
yeah.
get the captain, Clayton Keller. You would definitely get the captain number one.
I do have my favorite players, but yeah. Clayton Keller or Gunther. For sure. I probably wouldn't get a jersey yet because they're only going to be called the Utah Hockey Club for this year, and then they're going to come out with a name. I think Yetis will win because I think it's the most popular. They're doing a voting on it, so they're letting like the fans vote, which I like. I think it's gonna be Yeti. But the jerseys they have right now, they're cool, just clean white and black jerseys that say Utah and the blue. Um, and I think that's a sign that Yetis is gonna win because they came out with the blue jersey, like the Yeti blue or like the ice blue. So like, yeah, I'm hoping Yetis wins. There's some other good options, but yeah, the jerseys are cool. I'd probably get Gunther or Keller. Yeah,
What were your thoughts on the Keller goal?
was that the? Trying to remember. Oh, that was the crazy one where it, like somehow got like it was a cross ice pass, I think, from like Gunther or somebody, and like tipped it on the left side, right? Because it was open. It like ricocheted, I think. That was amazing. I honestly thought you guys were gonna block that because like the goalie was right in front of it. He just didn't move over to the like right side of the goal enough, and somehow Clayton Keller snuck it through there. I think that's what it was.
Coleman.
If I
So,
remember
how would you rate that goal by Keller on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, was it impressed? Was that a pretty
Oh,
impressive goal, or was it like?
yeah, that was the game-winning one, huh? Now I remember. Yeah, he snuck it through that right side. That was a crazy goal. I don't know how it went in though. I thought you guys were gonna block it. Like some of these goal like shots that you guys even had, like I didn't think we were gonna block. And there were some crazy saves in this game that I
Um,
just think weren't gonna go like our way, but they did somehow.
so what were your thoughts on your goaltender? How would you rate your goalie? Like, how well did your goalie do against the Sharks? I mean, he did block a lot of our shots. Like, we did shoot a lot of the pucks on your goalie, and your goalie did do a really really good job to block all of those pucks that the Sharks shot on your goalie.
Yeah, he's been good the last couple games. I can't pronounce his name still. Still trying to work on that. It's a weird name, but I forget his second name, but yeah, he's been good the last couple games. Even against Colorado, he only let him score like twice. I think the final score was like 4-2 or something. So he's been good the last couple games. He came in today just trying to play as good as possible. We're without one of our main goalies, Ingram. He hasn't played for quite a bit, so hopefully we can get Connor Ingram back because he's a dog. So
I mean,
yeah.
as a Sharks fan, the goalie that really broke my heart was when Mackenzie Blackwood, who was our goalie for the past games when I went to the Shark Tank, he was the starting goaltender. He got traded to the Avalanche. for me, when I heard about the trade, when I heard that Blackwood was going to go to the Avalanche, I mean, for me, it was like I understand, he wasn't really doing well, and some of the fans didn't really like him as a goalie, and they thought that that he should leave. But for me, I wasn't really that I didn't really appreciate that a lot because some people are saying that he isn't a great goalie, and he doesn't do a great job. But for me, I don't
You
think
like him?
that I don't think that he should have gone from the Sharks. I don't think that that was a little bit like over far
Yeah.
stretched to trade him to the Avalanche since now he's going to Colorado. He play and he used to play with them back in the past. Those are one of the
Okay.
teams that Mackenzie Blackwood played for. Um, so for me, I wasn't really excited about the trade. Like I wasn't really excited that when I heard about it on like social media, when everybody broke it on social media, when everybody told that Blackwood was going to leave the Sharks and go and play for Colorado. That was something that I didn't agree with. But players leave teams for reasons. Maybe they want to go to another franchise and be successful in that franchise. Um, I know you're a Utah Hockey Club fan, but what were your thoughts when the San Jose Sharks traded Mackenzie Blackwood to the Colorado Avalanche in a trade?
I don't know. Haven't paid attention to hockey that much until like this year, so that kind of happened before like I was paying attention to everything. But uh, if you liked him, then other fans didn't like him. That's unfortunate. Um, there's been some players on some of my teams that I liked and we got rid of him, and it is what it is. Hopefully they can be successful with other teams, but you gotta move on,
I
develop your team,
mean,
you know.
were there any players in today's game that impressed you a lot? Like, were there any? Was there one player that really that stood out to you, or were there multiple players that stood out to you from this game?
On the Sharks, yeah.
On the Utah Hockey Club, your
Or
team.
or yeah, yeah. There's some good players. I think our goalie, of course, only allowed 3 goals. I mean, it could be better, but we got the win, so that's all that matters. Of course, Keller with the game-winning shot. Gunther had a goal and assist, I think. So of course him as well. And then defensively, I think Sterbacek, he was great once again. He's been good for us. That was a great trade that we made with the Lightning, I think. So yeah. And then for you guys, your rookie that you drafted, I forget his name. I should remember his name. He was good. He had that one goal. I forget his name.
I think you mean Askarov, the goalie that we signed.
No, I think it's a forward that you got from the draft. You drafted him like third overall or something. I forget his name. Young dude, the rookie.
Kovalenko.
No, starts with a C, I think. I don't think it's Kovalenko. That doesn't sound familiar. Let me see if I can find this. One second. I'll find it. Shark. Celebrini, yeah. Celebrini was good. The rookie you guys drafted, I think. Am I right? Is she?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So what was that player that you were talking about?
Macklin Celebrini. He's good. The rookie you guys drafted, like, what was it, third or fourth, I think? No, it was one, actually. Didn't you draft him like one? I don't know.
Yeah, we drafted Macklin Sullivan with the first pick in the
Yeah.
NHL draft.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he was good today. He had a goal. I think he had an assist, if I remember. I don't know.
No,
But yeah.
Macklin Sullivan didn't have a goal in this game.
He didn't?
He didn't.
Oh, I thought he did. I'm getting mixed up with somebody else then.
Uh, so
I don't know.
how would you rate your coach? Do you like your head coach of the Utah Hockey Club?
Yeah, he's good. I like
Um,
him.
how well does he do with managing this team? Like, does he do a great job putting this team together and getting the camaraderie in the team?
Yeah. Um, I think he's good at game planning and helping us be prepared for these games. I wish we would come out like stronger, a little bit stronger, but I like the intensity he has us playing with and like the fight. Never stop playing until then. So yeah, brings that toughness.
I think this was like one of the best games that the Sharks have played. I've never seen any game that's more competitive than this one.
Yeah.
We worked our butt off in this game, and it clearly showed off. But sometimes, even if you play really well, it still shows how much hard work you put every single night. And I think that we definitely did put in the hard work. Um, but in the end, you're not going to win every single game, and some
Yeah.
games you'll be a lot more efficient, like you'll play like really efficiently and play like really well, and some games you'll be like inefficient, like the goals are not going in and things are
Yeah.
not working right. So I think this was really competitive because it definitely was not where you guys were leading by more goals than us. Like you had, like
Mhm.
it was
Back and
like
forth.
one side was kind of more than the other. I don't
Yeah.
think that this game really showed that. Really, in my
Yeah.
perspective, I go to a lot of Sharks games at the arena, and I try and root the team as much as possible. But one thing that really gets me upset, that really gets under my skin, is when the Sharks have leads. Because I know many times they had like a big lead, and then they let that lead melt
Yeah.
away, and they can't hold on to it. They have to do a better job with that, because not something that I, as a fan of this franchise, can't really stand for. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna stand for that. They have to be better. You know,
Yeah.
and these days, like, it's really been heartbreaking, because we had a 3 game losing streak, and then we got a win, and then we lost again. So it looks like we're kind of inconsistent in a way with our team.
Mhm.
And when a team's inconsistent, that doesn't lead to you winning games, right? Because a team has to be consistent when
Yeah.
you win, right? And when I'm looking at my team, we're highly inconsistent. Like we have not we're not we have not been super consistent with with how we function, right? Like it's just like, I mean, like, if a
Yeah.
team is not if a team is uh not consistent, then how are you gonna win games, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to be as consistent as on a daily basis. And do you think that your Utah Hockey Club? Do you think that they play pretty, like, on a pretty consistently? Like, they win a lot of the games rather than lose most of their games.
I do think we play consistent. We've had a couple bad losses, but when we do have losses, most of them have been close. So yeah, I guess we play somewhat consistent. I won't
I
say
mean,
like
I have to give
really,
kudos to, like,
really
your team.
consistent,
Like,
but yeah,
yeah, your team is really good. I mean, like, I don't know a lot of your players on the Utah Hockey Club. The only player that I know is Clayton Keller.
yeah,
Because he was at a fanfare in San Jose for the All Star. I believe it was the fanfare where all the, like, the players, different players from all the NHL
mhm,
teams signed autographs for all the players, and he was there. So he's the only player that I'm aware I've he's the only player that I know I've heard of on the Utah Hockey Club. But all the other players are like, I don't even know any of the other players, because I'm not really a fan of the
yeah,
franchise. I just know that one player, the captain. That's all. That's the only player I've heard of. You know, he's been playing for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You might
like,
know. You might know. The defenseman Servacek. He played for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We traded for him in the offseason. I don't know if you do or not.
I don't know. I'm not really like. Look, I've not researched the Utah Hockey Club in full detail, so I don't know like all the players who play for other teams and stuff like that. But I have to do more research because you know, they're a really great team, and I have to do more research on all the players. But yeah, I'm gonna put you on the screen. Do you have any do you have 5 takeaways? Do you have your do you have any final thoughts before we close out the show for tonight?
Yeah. You want me to say them right now, or?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
you can say your final thoughts before we close out the show.
Yeah, great game today. GG's to SG Sports Talk. Everyone hit that subscribe for him. You know, try to get him to 300 subscribers. And yeah, it was a great high intensity, high pace, back and forth game. It was a close game, and we just made a couple more plays, and yeah. So good luck in the rest of the season, SG, and we'll see you back. I'll be back here for the next post game in I think it's in like a
Coleman,
week or so.
it was great having you on the show. It's an honor for you to come on. I love talking all sports on my YouTube channel. I cover most of the main sports on my channel. I cover the Warriors. I cover the Niners. I'm going to be covering more of the Giants and the Sharks. But I do most of those teams, most of the Northern California teams that on my channel. So I'm currently at 274 subscribers right now on my channel. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. So guys, click that like and subscribe button for my channel, and click that notification bell. So it'll be updated the next time I post another post another video. But it was great having you on, Coleman.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking forward to doing that the next post game show on January 10th.
Yep.
But I hope you have a great rest of your night, and thanks for coming on.
Yep.
See ya.